What's up, everybody? So I like to make these videos, right, just to kind of get us all on the same level, because we all go through these different things, get attacked with different things, many options and conversations and words and actions go through our mind, right? Sometimes we act in anger. Sometimes we're going to say stuff that, you know what, we're going to regret later on. And that's the thing, right? We're going to say these things that are going to, that we are going to regret. I try to stay calm as much as I can. I really do, right? Sometimes there's going to be those people that know how to push the right buttons, right? That's going to kind of get a rise out of you. And let's be honest, sometimes we're going to give in. Sometimes we're going to say the wrong thing. Sometimes we are going to make that wrong decision, and we're going to say something or do something we regret, right? Deep down, I never have the intention to hurt somebody, right? With my actions or my words. That's not who I want to be. But when I've been pushed in the corner for so long, anytime there's a little bit of pushback or a little bit of putting me in defense mode, right? My instinct now is to react in a way that's so defensive but mean. Right? I think a lot of us could relate to that. A lot of us can relate to that. Why? Because we've had people say things to us where we just get angry. We have people that do things to us that get us angry. We're going to say the wrong thing. We're going to do the wrong thing. And I understand that. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is exempt from that. Right? Sometimes I think my biggest weakness is seeing the best in people, even though they cannot pull it out of themselves, right? Like, I could see the best in somebody, but I never see it come out. I never see them actually show it. Does that mean that they don't have that good in them? No. It just means they refuse to allow the goodness to come out. They allow the anger, the insecurity, all these different things come out and lash out, right? And then, when that happens, even though I see the good in them, they lash out at me. And instead of being the good person that I want to be, that I try to be, that I know I could be, sometimes I say the things that I shouldn't say. Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever done that? Like, just out of anger, you just say something and it's just like, ugh. I go through that at times and I understand it, right? If you watch these videos, you know I'm not perfect. Not one bit. I have said things, I have said things that I regret. And want to know what makes it worse is when you say something, but before you even say it or before you send that text or whatever, right? You have that moment where you actually think about it. I shouldn't send this, right? I shouldn't send this right now. And you look at it and you're like, forget it. Send, say, do, right? You end up doing it either way. That's when I know I have self-control and I chose not to use self-control. Right? Like I was saying, I try to be a good person. I try. Right? And like, when you're caught up in a dilemma, right? When you're like, should I do this? Should I do this? Right? Like, the past seems so comfortable, right? It's considerably comfortable to go back to what you are used to. Something that brought you joy at one point. You're like, maybe I could go back to that. It'll be back to normal. But then you have something new and exciting, right? A little scary at times because You're not used to that change. You're not used to the new, right? You're not used to that. So when you see it, right? When you see it, you're like, I like it a lot. I might be moving fast. And then you psych yourself out. Sometimes you give up that new thing to go back to the old thing, right? And I've done this in my past before. And sometimes I feel like certain things happen for me not to go back in my past because I know the outcome. Even though I want to believe that there could be a different outcome of it, that there could be a different circumstance of it, that there could be something better from it than previously lived. I live in a fantasy. I live in a fantasy because I think that you could do that, right? I think that you could do this. But where does that actually put you? You could ruin the gifts and blessings that God has given you at this point in your life if you continue to entertain or tease the past. Don't get me wrong. I don't regret the memories that I made in my past because it made me who I am now. Wishing I made better choices in my past, don't we all? Don't we all? Wishing, my problem is I want to please everybody, right? I want to make this person happy, and everything, right? And like, I get confused on my happiness. Like, where is my happiness, right? Am I ever really trying to pursue my own happiness, or am I continuing to pursue the happiness of all these other people? That's my struggle. Maybe I need to stop being scared of the future and the new and embrace it and let that be my happiness and let myself be happy instead of allowing the past to creep in, entice me, tease me, be like, hey, you could have that happiness back. Don't you remember those good memories? Yeah, I remember them. Wishing that it would be different now, right? Wishing that I didn't make the same mistakes I made before. And you know what? It's okay. My past has shown its true colors. I tried to just ignore it, to see the beauty in it, to see the joy in it, and I couldn't. I can't. I'm still trying. I'm still like, why can't I see the good in it? Like, I see a glimpse of it, and it, boom, taken away. Every single time. Don't entice me with the past, but embrace me for the future. Salute.